Hey, what's going on? So I just want to put this quick video out there to you guys today, man. Here in sunny Florida, feeling good, feeling great. So today, my content, I want to talk about the games freight brokers play. And the reason why I'm able to put content out like this is because I'm an actual freight broker. And I'm just going to let you guys know, man, the games freight brokers play. One thing you guys got to realize out there is it's all business. You know what I'm saying? You truck drivers out there, you guys have a business, and your business is to make money, right? That's your ultimate goal. Same thing as a freight broker. The ultimate goal as a freight broker is to make money. But I want to tell you guys, since I'm able to talk from all angles of this trucking business when it comes to whether I'm talking about brokering freight, talking about dispatching, talking about owning a trucking company or whatever it is, I'm able to talk it because that's what I do on a day-to-day basis. So I just want to pretty much put this video out to you guys, man, and let you guys know the games that freight brokers play out there. So real quick, man, before I get into that content, I just got back from Sarasota, Florida. Me and my family went down there, took a family vacation. We just moved to Florida about 2 weeks ago. So we just went on our first family vacation. Man, I love traveling, and there is nothing like it. You know what I'm saying? So I want you guys to tune in to my new YouTube channel where I'm going to be basically showing you guys some vacations. We're going to be doing some traveling, showing you guys some lifestyle. Man, I don't know, man. I'm just grateful. You know what I'm saying? I'm grateful. I'm thankful, you know, to be in my position. But I had to put in the work. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody else gonna do it for me. Ain't nobody gonna give me nothing. That's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? So one thing I want to let you guys know out there is that if you want something, you got to put in the work. You know, people might see me now and think that things just came easy. No, you ain't see them restless nights and them sleepless nights. You know what I'm saying? So tune into my new YouTube channel, man. I'm proud of myself. You know what I'm saying? If I don't care who's proud of me, I'm proud of myself. You know what I'm saying? So tune into my new YouTube channel, Brandon Manny the Mentor. And man, it's gonna be full of inspiration, motivation, encouragement, whatever it is out there, man. So we got the family vacation vlog going down to Sarasota, Florida. Choo-choo train?
Yeah, we're going to see some trains.
We're going to the choo-choo train. Let's roll off into this good content real quick. So like I say, for you guys out there who are dispatchers or owner operators, for you guys out there who are booking loads, utilizing the load board, when you guys are calling up these freight brokers will always play the game with you. You know, a lot of times freight brokers don't like to post a rate. And the reason why they don't like to post a rate is because they hope that the dispatchers are not knowledgeable or are not savvy in this business. And for you owner operators who are dispatching yourself. So what will happen is you'll see a load on the load board, and the actual freight broker, he won't post it with an actual rate. For me, I like posting my loads with the rates, you know, because when they call me up, I already know I don't want to play no games. I just want them to call me up and say, hey man, I see that load on the load board. I already see the rate and I'm fine with it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't got to be going back and forth. But don't get me wrong, I done played the game too. So that's why I know this is what majority of the freight brokers do. They'll play the game and not put a rate on the actual load board. So when you call them up, they're going to say, well, what can you move it for? But that's just business. You know, business is all about being the first person to actually speak the numbers, you know, in whatever you're doing in life. You know what I'm saying? So if you're the person who's actually giving the number, you know, sometimes you could fall short. You know what I'm saying? So just think about this. If you call up and ask the freight broker, well, basically you're calling up right now and you're asking the freight broker about a load and what's the rate on it. The freight broker is going to ask you, what can you move it for? That freight broker could have just got the load for $2,000 from the shipper, but he knows that a truck driver will haul it for, you know, about 1,500. You know, it might be going about 600 miles, might need a tarp job or something on it. You know what I'm saying? So, but he's not going to just put it out there and say, well, I could give you 1,500. He's looking for that dispatcher or that owner operator to be like, hey, you know what? I can move it for $1,200, you know, because it's $2 a mile even, you know, because for some reason, truck drivers are very stuck on $2 a mile. And you guys got to get out of that mentality too, you know, because it's $2 a mile don't mean it's the best load smoking. You can always get more money out there, you know. So he's looking for that dispatcher or that owner operator to be like, well, I could haul it for $1,200, you know. So he don't want to put the rate out there. So that means he's willing to give it up for $1,500, $1,600. But if you guys are going to say, hey, I could haul it for $1,200, he's going to make more money, you know. So that's the game that they're going to play with you. And then sometime they're also going to play this game with you when they're going to give you the load. And then right when you hang up and think that you booked the load with that freight broker, another truck driver is going to call them and basically say that he could haul it for a little bit cheaper, you know, just to get that load, you know. So one thing about being in this industry is that broker and freight is not regulated as much as it is when it comes to operating trucks. You know, DOT is all in, you know, the actual truck drivers and owner operators business out here. But when it comes to broker and freight, I could tell you guys, man, with me owning trucks, DOT is all in my business, but no one is in my business when it comes to broker and freight. So which business do you guys think I like the most out there? You know what I'm saying? It's definitely broker and freight, you know, just because it's not regulated. So like I say, man, this is going to be part 1 of this video. I'm gonna put out another part 2 on the games that freight brokers play with you guys out there. And I'm about to roll through this car wash, and then I'll resume this content once I complete. Hey, so when the actual freight brokers answer the phone and then they ask you, how much can you move it for? What you should reply is basically, how much do you usually move these loads for? You know, that's what you want to ask the actual freight broker. So just say, for example, you call up the freight broker and the freight broker asks you, well, how much can you get this load moved for? Like I say, they're looking for you to give them an actual rate. So even if it's too high, they're going to say, oh no, that's too high. So they're looking for you to actually say a lower number than what they're really what they're willing to move it for anyway, right? So you call them up, say, hey, I see that load going from Indianapolis over to Detroit, Michigan. And then they're going to say, oh yeah, I still have that load available. You know, how much can you move it for? Because the freight broker didn't post a rate. So you, as the dispatcher or the owner operator, you have to come back to them and say, well, how much do you usually move that that actual load for? Is this something that you are brokering out on a day-to-day basis? You know, what are you usually moving it for? And then sometimes you're going to get the freight brokers to actually give you a price, because there are a lot of rookie freight brokers out here too that don't really know how to play the game. They just see other brokers playing the game, so they're trying to play the game too, but they don't know how to really play the game. You know, so then after you ask them that, they'll throw out the actual rate. You know, well, we move it for, you know, usually $1,550 or $1,600, and if that's fine with you, you go ahead and book it. And then if they come back with something too low, then you go ahead and give them your price. So if you know that you will haul that load for $1,600 and they came to you and said, well, we move it for $1,400, then you just say, well, hey, I can move it right now. I'm 30 miles away and I can move it for $1,600. And then more than likely, if that freight broker really has the money in it, he's going to give you that actual load. Now, there's going to be some freight brokers, when you ask them what do they usually move those loads for, then they're going to keep playing the game with you. You know, they're going to say, well, I don't usually run this lane that much. This is my first time brokering out for this shipper, you know, so I'm looking for quotes. You're going to hear that a lot too. So they don't want to be the first to actually toss out the number. You know what I'm saying? The price. So they're going to keep playing that game with you. And then you just come back. It's just a big game. You know, one thing, life is a big game, right? You know, business is a big game. So for you guys, you got to learn how to start playing the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, don't get me wrong. I don't want to be playing no games, but that's just business and that's just life. So you guys got to figure out how to start playing the game of life and start pretty much playing this game. You know, so they're just going to keep playing this game with you and saying, well, this is my first time moving it for this shipper. So, you know, give me a price. And then you're going to keep trying to play the game with them. And then one of you guys are going to eventually, you know, break and give that number. So the good thing about being an owner operator or a dispatcher, I mean, you know what you're willing to haul that load for and what you're not willing to haul it for. So just go ahead and throw out the number. And then if they say, hey, yeah, I'll give you $1,600, and you know this was a perfect rate for yourself or for your owner operator as the dispatcher, just go ahead and book that load up. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about how much money the freight broker is making. You know what I'm saying? You would never know, to be honest, unless somebody like me is willing to tell you. But besides that, the freight broker who you're booking the load from, he don't care. He's not about to tell you how much money he's making. You know what I'm saying? And it don't even matter to you, just as long as you as the owner operator or dispatcher is fine with that rate. Just go ahead and book the load up. Go ahead about your day and book the next load and, you know, keep making money. You know what I'm saying? So like I say, these freight brokers are going to play the games with you guys out here. But owner operators and dispatchers, you guys got to start learning how to play the game too. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, this is just a business. This is just a big game. And it's all about making money at the end of the day. If this is something that you desire, something that you're willing to get off into, go ahead, man, and start learning how to play this game out here. So this is just part one of the games freight brokers play with owner operators and truck drivers. I'm gonna drop a part two. You know what I'm saying? Give you guys a little bit more insight, give you guys some more knowledge on things to watch out for, you know, when you're actually booking these loads from freight brokers out there. Because one thing about it, guys, if you're an owner operator or a dispatcher, 99% of you guys are going to be booking your loads off the load board until you start acquiring direct shippers. And if you get on that load board, you have to go through an actual freight broker to book those loads. You know what I'm saying? So like I say, man, 30-day free trial with DAT. Go sign up with TAFS Trans and Financial Services. Go visit my website, www.extraordinarymovement.com. Send me an email, broker@mannystrans.com, if you guys have any questions out there. Also, March 7th through the 8th, me and my business partner will be hosting a live dispatcher workshop training in Orlando, Florida. Everything is in the description box below and on my website if you guys are interested in coming down to the Sunshine State, man. I'm talking about there's nothing like it. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I just got a whole burst of energy over the past 2 weeks when I was in Indianapolis, Indiana. I ain't gonna lie to you guys, man, my energy was declining. You know, I had to wake up one day and make a decision, and I'm here. I'm back alive. I'm back having that feeling again. You know what I'm saying, man? CEO, commit, execute, and be obsessed. Everybody be great out there.